This week on Council Bluffs News, hitting the road. Influential members of the Council Bluffs community traveled to Des Moines to meet with legislators, building bridges in a relaxed environment. Hey, it's Circus Day! The 87th Tangier Shrine Circus comes to the Mid-America Center. We get a look at the event to see the thrill of the crowd. This is who we are. We spotlight a proud member of the Chamber of Commerce in this month's Chamber Spotlight. And Mika Tate from Habitat for Humanity joins us in our in-studio interview to talk about a great networking event for the community. That and more, all on this week's Council Bluffs News. Hello and welcome to this week's Council Bluffs News. I'm Zach Harper-Blunt. Throughout the year, the Council Bluffs Area Chamber of Commerce holds various events in Council Bluffs. However, with Iowa legislation in session, the Chamber and numerous business and city leaders travel to Des Moines to meet with those that run the state. The importance of the event is recognizable by the large turnout.
I try to never miss this event.
In an effort to express some thoughts and opinions of lawmakers in Iowa.
It's an opportunity to kind of network with our legislators.
The exchange takes place at the Council Bluffs Legislative Reception Wednesday, February 16th at the Embassy Suites in Des Moines.
We've been doing this for the last several years, and again, we kind of bring Council Bluffs to them and really show them our appreciation for all the work that they do throughout the legislative session.
Schools, businesses, and the city of Council Bluffs are all represented at the 2-hour event.
You know, Council Bluffs always has a very strong contingency of business leaders and come up and talk with the senators and representatives about the local issues and then the statewide issues as well.
The dialogue is welcomed by those who've traveled nearly 130 miles and some familiar legislative faces in the state's capital as well.
This is my home, and so I'm very much excited to see friendly faces from home and to visit with them and just catch up and you know, talk about the issues that are going on in Council Bluffs.
The event isn't all business. Attendees enjoy food and drinks, exchanging thoughts in a relaxed environment. The setting makes the reception less of one that involves decisions that impact the community and more of one that makes it feel like a discussion among friends.
I feel like, you know, it gives us a chance to sit down, have a meal together, and just kind of talk things out, and it's not nearly as business oriented, and they feel like they can really kind of relax a little bit and just discuss the issues.
It's a level of synergy with some heavy hitters in Des Moines, with the goal of emphasizing the importance of working together.
I think it's a great event because it allows you to be in the room with many decision makers that are, you know, meeting on policy, and gives us an opportunity to meet with them in a social environment where it's kind of a little bit more relaxed.
The legislature has been in session since January, and from February 22nd to the 26th, the Senate and the House will focus on bills each branch has brought forward. The legislature will adjourn on April 19th. The Council Bluffs Library is holding a display for Children's Dental History Month throughout February. Created by the library and the Iowa Western Dental Program, the exhibit features dental health tips as well as the history of dental work here in Council Bluffs with artifacts and tools dentists used in the past. This is the 75th year of National Children's Dental Health Month, and it was started to spread information and awareness of good oral health for kids. Come one, come all. The Shrine Circus welcomes people of all ages February 18th through the 21st at the MAC to take a peek at their latest show. Tickets range from $15 to $30, where families can experience up-close interactions with animals and witness multiple acts. IWTV student Daniel Rambo has more with the story.
Tigers, dancing dogs, and men in tights. This can only mean one thing.
First off, the circus, of course.
This is the 87th Annual Shrine Circus performance at the Mid-America Center.
Tonight we'll have the circus. We'll start off with the introductions, and we'll have the acts go through. And after the circus, we'll have a break.
With acts of all sorts lined up, all ages are guaranteed to have a good time.
We have camel rides, we have elephant rides, we have a petting zoo, we have the mobile nobles, and we got clowns out there to sign autographs for you.
Open February 18th through the 21st, newcomers check out the 4-day circus.
We are here because my sister has not been in a while. I haven't been here in a while, so I don't remember, so my mom wanted us to go.
While others attend every year.
I've been coming to these since '98 and never cease to be amazed by all the acts. So there's a lot of adult entertainment for it and children's entertainment.
And all money earned goes straight to fundraising purposes.
We don't use the money for the hospitals here, but we raise money for our hospitals and other programs as Shriners.
Check out the circus before it's too late and experience acts like the Comical Cops on Patrol, the Chicago Boys acrobatic team, Dominguez Riders and their Death Globe, and of course, the Cannon Lady. For your Council Bluffs News, I'm Danielle Rambo.
In news around the Bluffs, the Council Bluffs Police Department holds one last meeting for the study group, helping determine the location of the department's next headquarters. The event takes place on Tuesday, February 16th at the Council Bluffs Community Hall. At the meeting, members of the community talk with the 11-person study group in charge of helping plan for the new station and give their own input on where they think the next location should be.
Based on what public input we got, we'll incorporate that into our recommendations, but then we'll pass all of our information off to City Council and let them decide on what best course of action to take.
Currently, a consulting firm is going through those recommendations from the community and study group and will present the ideas at a future City Council meeting. The Union Pacific Railroad Museum holds a special event to celebrate Black History Month. It takes place on Saturday, February 20th throughout the museum. Members of BEN, the Union Pacific Black Employee Network, are spread throughout the museum, informing visitors about contributions of African Americans to the railroads.
Started back in 1979, we started to explain to them some of the reasons why we started that organization at Union Pacific and how it's grown today to over 1,400 members and about 14 chapters throughout our rail network.
This event is also part of the 100th anniversary of the National Park Service. The museum will host more special occasions like this during 2016 as part of the celebration. And wrapping up things in news around the Bluffs, area wineries team up to celebrate Mardi Gras. February 20th and 21st, the Western Iowa Wine Trail, made up of 6 wineries along the Luss Hills, hosts the event. Participants travel to each winery, sampling various products and sample different styles of Cajun food.
It's a chance to get out. It's something that 10 years ago, there was nothing like it. So as a group, we're pretty proud. It's a lot of hard work, but I think according to the feedback, people love it.
The group is set to host more themed events like this one throughout the year. If you'd like to learn more about the Western Iowa Wine Trail, the website is westerniowawine.com. Coming up on Council Bluffs News, Development Update. We visit with Community Development Director Don Gross to highlight projects taking place in Council Bluffs. This is who we are. We spotlight Real Value Auto, a proud member of the Council Bluffs Area Chamber of Commerce, in this month's Chamber Spotlight. And Mika Tate joins us to talk about an upcoming networking event for Habitat for Humanity in our in-studio interview.
We had lots of great chilies competing with one another.
The Mid-America Center is the Heartland's premier entertainment and convention center. February 26th through the 28th, there's a million ideas to take home at the 14th annual Council Bluffs Home and Landscaping Show. The same weekend, elite athletes hit the mat at the 2016 NJCAA National Wrestling Championships. And over at the Convention Center March 12th and 13th, the Callahan Craft Fair makes its return. Remember, the MAC offers free parking for all events. Tickets, information, and more at midamericacenter.com.
Create new opportunities and expand your knowledge with Iowa Western's continuing and career education.
It was really intimidating to go back to school, but Iowa Western made me really feel like I could do it.
Our goal is to help students achieve success from education to employment.
Learn more, including information on extra benefits for Iowa residents at iwcc.edu/continuing_education.
That's low, that's low. That's low and below the top. Seriously.
Here's to the things that can keep us safe. Those we use all the time with hardly a thought. Those that are silently standing by to save our lives. And now, those that we carry with us everywhere we go. Many mobile devices will now bring you wireless emergency alerts, real-time information directly from local sources you know and trust. With the unique sound and vibration, you'll be in the know, wherever you are.
Hello and welcome back to Council Bluffs News. I'm Zach Harper-Blunt, joined in studio by Mika Tate, the Neighborhood Network Program Director for Habitat for Humanity here in Council Bluffs. Mika, thank you for joining us here today.
Thank you so much, Zach, for having me on.
And coming up this weekend is the Super Saturday networking event. Can you kind of talk about what that is?
Okay, so Habitat for Humanity's Neighborhood Network Program offers chances for communities and individuals to engage with one another and connect and find out all the wonderful things that are going on in all the different neighborhoods. So this event is just an opportunity to have people come in, share what their neighborhood associations are doing, and share ideas, share cares, concerns, and hopefully it'll just be a very fun event.
Is this the first time you've done this event?
No, we actually recently had a chili cook-off networking event in October that went really well. We had lots of great chilies competing with one another, and at the same time, everyone kind of got to get to know each other and share ideas, and it was a really good event.
And do you have these kind of events pretty often?
We usually try to do some type of neighborhood event quarterly. And it's kind of based on what we hear in the community as we do get to know people and work with the neighbors. That's how we choose our topics.
And then what are some of the different things that will be at this one that's coming up here this weekend?
So we will have door prizes. We will kind of play some networking games and speed networking. We're also going to do a neighborhood collage to show some of the beautiful things you can find in different neighborhoods in Council Bluffs. For example, lots of our groups have worked towards getting banners to highlight their area. So we're going to have a collage that will showcase that. Lots of groups have done little libraries, and we really want to show off all the wonderful things that people have done through grants and just hard work in their community. We will have a tour of the location, and then also people that attend the event will receive 20% off for the month of March in the Habitat Restore.
And how does events like this network event that's coming up kind of fit in with the mission for Habitat for Humanity?
So we like to say that Habitat for Humanity builds houses, and the Neighborhood Network Program helps to build up neighborhoods and communities. We like to work with communities that some of them already have an infrastructure, and we just provide what we call kind of care and support. We've helped with grant programs. We've helped with, kind of connecting people to one another, helped with networking events as we're doing Saturday. And then we also have areas of the community that we work with that require a little bit additional support. Maybe they haven't always been able to be active, and so we try to help them make their cares and wants for their neighborhoods come true.
And then real quickly before we go, where's the place where someone can go to get more information about Habitat for Humanity, and also maybe where they can see for the future events that you have coming up?
You can come down to our offices. We're located on 1228 South Main Street. We're usually in the office pretty much Monday through Friday all the time. So we would love to have people that are interested stop by and talk with us. Also, you can find us on Facebook and the Habitat website as well.
Mika, thank you for joining us here in the studio today.
Thank you so much, Zach, for having me. Appreciate it.
Stay tuned. More Council Bluffs news coming up right after the break.
At the Council Bluffs Recycling Center, we're proud of the effort our community makes to help keep Council Bluffs beautiful by participating in our curbside recycling program. Here are some tips to make sure your recyclables are accepted. If you're confused about plastics, we can help. Numbers 1 through 5 plastic food and beverage containers are acceptable. Usually the recycling triangle and the number inside are located on the bottom of containers. Items we don't take include numbers 6 and 7 plastics, styrofoam, or bags of any sort, although we encourage recycling plastic bags inside local grocery stores. Please be sure to check the calendar in our annual mailer or on our website to find out what items will be picked up each week. Blue Week items for your curbside bin include paper, cardboard, and glass containers. Green Week items for your curbside bin include plastic food and beverage containers, tin and aluminum containers, and tin foil. Thank you for helping us keep Council Bluffs beautiful.
Schedule your campus visit today. Iowa Western. The world is waiting.
The We Don't Coast brand is a celebration of who we are, where we are, and how we operate. It belongs to the 30-plus communities who make up the greater Omaha area, including Council Bluffs. The Council Bluffs Chamber of Commerce is proud to help push this regional campaign. Here's a look at one of its many members.
My name is Joshua Ryden. I'm the owner of Real Value Auto, and this is who we are. Basically, we're a used car dealership. We do our own in-house financing with no credit check. We're one of the very few, if any, car dealers in the buy here, pay here business that offer a 100% labor warranty. The customer buys the part, we put it on. Been in business for a couple years here in Council Bluffs. Recently opened our second location. We're family owned, we don't work on commission, we have a warranty. We provide, financing for those that maybe, can't get standard bank financing, things of that nature. All of our vehicles come with a warranty, full service oil change. Anything that the customer finds that they want addressed on the vehicle before they buy it, we take care of that. None of our employees work on commission, so it tends to take the edge off and makes for a more pleasant transaction. For the customer as well as the employee. There's just a variety of different things that basically no other car lot does that's our size specifically. We wanted to reach the other end of town with the Walmart coming in down the street, the interstate leading people in from Missouri Valley, Blair, all the cities in between. This location enabled us to have more garage space, more inventory for our customers, and also with location of being able to pay here at the location. We do have automatic payments, but some people want that face-to-face interaction. With us having the two locations, it really just kind of works more in the customer's favor. Going forward, we're starting to finance motorcycles, ATVs, campers, RVs, which is typically not in your buy here, pay here spectrum of financing that type of vehicle. And so I think that is definitely going to kind of catapult us ahead, even that much further. Real Value Auto is a proud member of the Council Bluffs Chamber of Commerce. We don't coast, we take care of business.
The Council Bluffs Recycling Center and Red River Waste Services have teamed up to release a new mobile application for CB residents. The My Waste app gives CB residents a chance to view their pickup schedules, report problems, and be made aware of any collection changes, all at the touch of the finger.
I think it'll really increase the curbside recycling because, like I said, sometimes people can't remember, lose their calendar or whatever partway through the year about which week it is, and that's one of the comments that we have gotten is, hey, this is really neat, that'll remind me when to put out my trash, and it reminds me what week it is and those sorts of things. So I think that'll help.
The app is free to download and available at the Google Play Store for Android users and the App Store for iPhone users. Throughout Council Bluffs, various projects are in the middle of construction or renovation. We sit down with Community Development Director Don Gross to highlight some of the progress made throughout the city.
Raising Cane's, the council did approve a vacation of the alley in that block, at least the western portion of it. And then we re-subdivided the Raising Cane's lot, which is the western portion, to essentially replat an alley. So the alley, instead of being perfectly east-west, becomes kind of L-shaped. On one side, we'll exit and enter on Avenue A, and then the other side will be 24th Street as it is today. We hear that they are planning to proceed as soon as possible. The marketplace on South 24th Street, if you've driven by there, you will see some of the inline stores being constructed, immediately attached to Shopko to the south. We do know that Boot Barn will be one tenant, another tenant will be Party City, and a third tenant, which I believe the name is VF Factory Outlets. It's primarily a women's discount clothing store.
Coming up on Council Bluffs News, we take a trip to Midlands Humane Society to meet some animals looking for a good home in this week's Pets of the Week. Then, a look ahead at our weekly events calendar.
At Council Bluffs Savings Bank, you still get personalized customer service.
We have identity-safe checking with LifeLock, identity theft protection.
You get personal mortgage lending to fit your needs now and in the future.
You get business banking with the latest technology because saving you time saves you money.
At Council Bluffs Savings Bank, you get people who answer when you call and local employees who are actively involved in our community. Council Bluffs Savings Bank, hometown banking the way it used to be.
It's not his new group of friends. It's not the video games. It's not the neighborhood.
Mom, do I have to go to school today?
The biggest threat to your child's future could be you. Every day they miss, even in middle school, puts their graduation at risk.
Hello and welcome to the Reaver Beat. I'm Austin LeGrand. The Iowa Western Theater Department is throwing it back to the 80s with its latest play. The first act is set to hit the stage on March 3rd, and we take a look at what makes this performance different from the rest.
It's a play.
I queen. Now watch us dance and crown your queen.
With a twist.
There's a lot of improv in this show, so depending on how the audience wants to go, we see different endings every night.
Tuesday, February 16th, the Iowa Western Theater Department prepares to host their upcoming play, The Awesome 80s Prom.
Basically, your typical John Hughes film, like Pretty in Pink, The Breakfast Club. It's about 80s prom. It's a lot of drama, but then it comes all together at the end.
The show is set to hit the stage on March 3rd, but until then, training is a daily endeavor for cast and crew, adding different scenarios and new elements each week.
The actors typically spend 2 to 3 hours at rehearsal, and then the crew comes in later in the process with a costume designer, lighting designer, sound engineer, and then we incorporate everything a week before we open. So the actors really only get a week with all the elements added.
To add to the improv experience, the audience not only gets to pick who wins Prom King and Queen, but are treated as having a casted role in the show.
They can participate as much or as little as they want to. There'll be some breakdance circles. There'll be some times when actors will pull audience members up, but if you're not comfortable and you just want to keep it to a minimum participation.
Audience participation on this scale may be intimidating to some thespians, but these actors are up to the challenge.
I've never actually been a part of audience interaction, and you never know what's going to happen, so it keeps you on your toes, and it's just so cool that you get to talk to people.
You do a lot of research. You ask your parents if they grew up in the 80s. You watch the John Hughes films that this play is really based off of. You ask the people that were there and went to prom in the 80s. What was your prom like? What did you wear? What did you talk about?
Ticket information for the show can be found at artcenter.iwcc.edu, and you can visit the college website for more information about the theater department.
Just a reminder, registration for summer classes begins ends Wednesday, February 24th. You can apply for classes on Rock under the Registration tab in the Student Self-Services menu.
Thanks for tuning in. Until next time with your Weaver Beat, I'm Austin LeGrand.
Hello, I'm Terry Mills, and welcome into Pets of the Week. I'd like to introduce you to Molly. She's a 3-year-old lab mix. Her file number is 19109. And Molly is a very sweet girl. She's very calm. For being 3 years old, she's not too active. This is about as big as she'll get. She'd be a great starter dog for young children. She loves other dogs. Not sure about cats, but if you're interested in Molly, again, her file number is 19109. Next, I'd like to introduce you to Ethel. Her file number is 18891. She's between 10 and 12 years old. She's a poodle, very sweet dog, great on a leash. She's very active for her age. Again, Ethel's file number is 18891. I'd like to introduce you to Barry next. He's a very sweet boy. His file number is 16854, and Barry's been here since July. He came in as an owner surrender. His owner didn't have time for him anymore. And we'd really like to get Barry a great home. He's been here so long. He deserves a loving home. Again, his file number is 16854. This next little sweetie is Allie, and her file number is 19035. She's a sweet little kitten who's 4 months old. She came in with a batch of kittens, and she's currently in a cat colony with 4 other cats and gets along just wonderful. She's very sweet and she loves her humans. And again, her file number is 19035. And if you're interested in any of the pets that you've seen on today, please come down to Midlands Humane Society at 1020 Railroad Avenue in Council Bluffs.
Now time for our weekly events calendar. The NJCAA Wrestling National Championships come to the MAC on February 26th and 27th. It'll feature the top JUCO wrestlers in the nation, and sessions start at 8 a.m. on the 26th and 9 a.m. on the 27th. Tickets and more information is available at njcawrestlingcb.com. The Mid-America Center is also hosting the 14th Annual Home and Landscaping Show February 26th through the 28th. During the 3-day event, attendees will be able to see a number of vendors for home, remodeling, and landscaping needs. The cost is $6, and more information is available at councilbluffshomeshow.com. And maple tree tapping takes place at Botnet Bend Park on Saturday, March 5th. Beginning at 10 a.m., those who attend will get hands-on demonstrations and learn how to make maple syrup firsthand. Pre-registration is required by March 2nd, and more information is available at potcoconservation.com. Thanks for watching this week's Council Bluffs News. CBTV is always looking for your feedback. You can send questions or comments to cbtv@iwcc.edu. Call us 712-325-3312, or you can find us on social media. We're on Facebook and Twitter. Just search CBTV17. Remember to keep it here for the latest scores and updates for local sports in your community by tuning in to the Bluffs Sports Zone with JJ Davis. For your Council Bluffs News, I'm Zach Harper-Blunt.